Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s and even 80s still walk with energy, laugh with friends, and enjoy life as if they were 20 years younger? Meet Margaret and Henry. Both are 68 years old. They live in the same small town, shop at the same grocery store, and even visit the same doctor. Yet their lives couldn't be more different. Margaret wakes up every morning full of energy. She goes for a short walk, prepares a healthy breakfast, and spends the rest of her day reading, gardening, or calling her grandchildren. Her doctor says her heart, lungs, and memory are in excellent condition for her age. Henry, on the other hand, wakes up tired. He struggles to sleep, complains about joint pain, and often feels lonely and anxious. His doctor warns him about high blood pressure and pre-diabetes. How can two people the same age live such different lives? The answer is simple. Small daily habits, the kind that seem unimportant but build up over the years. And today, we're going to talk about one of those habits, a surprising one that could actually help you live longer. But before I tell you, let me ask, do you want to stay healthy, active, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, or even 90s? If your answer is yes, listen carefully. By the end of this story, you'll learn not only what that surprising habit is, but also 7 practical tips to boost your energy, protect your memory, and prevent disease, all supported by science. The secret Margaret knew that Henry ignored. Let's go back to Margaret and Henry. A few years ago, Margaret read an article from a group of researchers in Japan who studied people living in blue zones, regions where people regularly live past 100. One of the simplest tips she learned was something most people overlook: cleaning your mouth properly every single day. Sounds too simple, right? But here's what scientists have discovered. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that poor oral hygiene in older adults is strongly linked to heart disease, diabetes, memory loss, and even shorter lifespan. Margaret started brushing twice a day, flossing, and using an antibacterial mouth rinse. Henry, on the other hand, brushed occasionally and ignored dental checkups. Fast forward 5 years, and the difference is striking. Margaret's gums are healthy, her heart is strong, and her mind is sharp. Henry struggles with inflammation, fatigue, and constant medical visits. Why? Because gum disease and bad oral bacteria don't just stay in your mouth, they travel through your bloodstream, affecting your entire body. So here's your first longevity tip. Take care of your mouth like your life depends on it, because it does. Now, let's move on to 6 more science-backed tips that Margaret followed and you can start today. Tip number 1, keep moving, but gently. Margaret doesn't spend hours in the gym. She simply walks 20 minutes a day, stretches in the morning, and does light strength exercises twice a week. Researchers from Harvard found that just 150 minutes of moderate movement per week, that's about 20 minutes a day, can lower the risk of heart disease, stroke, and early death by up to 31%. Henry thought exercise was only for young people. He spent most of his day sitting on the couch, and now his joints ache and his balance is poor. You don't need to run marathons. Start simple. Take short walks after meals. Stretch your back and legs before bed. Try chair yoga if standing is difficult. Remember, motion is medicine.
Tip number 2, eat like your future depends on it. Margaret changed her diet after learning about the Okinawan secret to longevity. People in Okinawa, Japan, one of the longest living populations in the world, eat mostly vegetables, beans, whole grains, and fish, while limiting processed foods and sugar. She followed the 80% rule. Stop eating when you feel 80% full. Henry, on the other hand, continued eating fried foods, processed snacks, and late-night desserts. Over time, his cholesterol and blood sugar climbed, and his energy crashed. Your body is like a car. If you keep fueling it with junk, it breaks down faster. Start small. Eat more colorful vegetables. Replace sugary drinks with water or green tea. Include more fiber and healthy fats like olive oil and nuts. Tip number 3, train your brain every day. Here's something Margaret does every evening: crossword puzzles. She also reads books, learns new recipes, and sometimes even studies a new language online. Her doctor says her memory is sharp and she shows no signs of cognitive decline. Henry spends most evenings watching TV and scrolling on his phone. Over the years, he started forgetting names, misplacing keys, and struggling to focus. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that keeping your brain active reduces the risk of dementia by up to 48%. Some simple ways to keep your brain sharp: read 10 pages of a book daily. Play memory games or puzzles. Learn something new, no matter your age. Your brain loves challenges. Feed it. Tip number 4, protect your mental health. Aging isn't just about the body, it's about the mind. Margaret joins a walking group every weekend, meets her friends for tea, and volunteers at the local library. She feels connected, loved, and purposeful. Henry spends most of his time alone. Loneliness slowly crept in, leading to stress, poor sleep, and even more health problems. Studies show that loneliness increases the risk of early death as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. To protect your mental health, stay connected with family and friends, join local clubs or hobby groups, talk to someone if you feel overwhelmed. Remember, healthy aging is social aging.
Tip number 5, sleep like your life depends on it. Margaret treats her sleep like medicine. She goes to bed at the same time every night, keeps her room cool and dark, and avoids caffeine after 2 p.m. Henry, on the other hand, watches TV until midnight and often wakes up tired and irritable. Research from the University of California shows that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night are more likely to develop heart problems, diabetes, and memory loss. To improve your sleep, stick to a consistent bedtime. Limit screen time before bed. Create a calming bedtime ritual. Quality sleep repairs your body and mind. Tip number 6, prevent disease before it starts. Margaret never skips her annual health checkups. She tests her blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar regularly. Henry avoided the doctor for years because he felt fine. By the time he noticed symptoms, it was too late. He had developed hypertension and early-stage diabetes. Preventive care saves lives. Here's what you can do. Schedule regular checkups, get recommended vaccines, monitor your weight and blood pressure at home. Early detection is often the difference between a minor issue and a serious illness. Your turn. Choose one tip to start today. Now you've learned the difference between Margaret and Henry, 2 people, same age, but 2 completely different outcomes. The question is, which path will you take? Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one tip from this video that you'll start today, whether it's cleaning your mouth, walking 20 minutes, or eating more vegetables, and write the number of your tip in the comments below. If you agree with tip number 3 about training your brain, type 3 in the comments. Your comment could inspire someone else to start too. And if you found this story helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy, active, and independent at any age.